Today we're going to be covering some very basic elements on how to use my dip kit. 1. You don't want to get water on the film. How that can happen, and also how to lay the film in the water. This video series is something I put together as a troubleshooting guide. So everything that I cover is in the instructions. However, this may help a few people diagnose their problems. So don't look at this as these are all things that are possible to happen. Most folks who use the product don't have any issues. But if I can just help a few folks out there have a better experience, then I feel like this series makes sense. So let's get started. Here's a piece of film ready for dipping. I let several drops of water fall onto the film, and I've sped this up to several times faster than real time. Now here I've paused it at the 1 minute mark. The film seems fine. You could put it into the water and think you're ready to dip, but you're not, and here's why. Holes appear in the pattern. Now if you had laid this in the water at the 1 minute mark, the holes would appear, and even faster, and you might think there was something wrong with the film. But in this case, no, it was just a matter of getting a little bit of water on the film before you laid it in the water. The way water will usually get on top of the film is after you lay it on the water, a couple of drops fall from your hand and onto the film, and in this case, the holes appear almost immediately. Sometimes you'll get smaller droplets that don't cause any holes until after you've sprayed the activator. Another thing to avoid is getting water on top of the film as you lay it in the water. If a small piece of tape flips over, you'll be fine. If you really want to flip it back over, use something small like tweezers or a ballpoint pen to get it into place. But if you ever push the corner of the film under the water, again, it eats the film. And once the film is on the water, don't feel you need to reposition it in the center of the border you've created. It's not necessary. You're just likely to push the film under the water, getting the same result as before. And if you were to spray activator on an image that has water over the border, what you'll find is the image isn't contained, and the image will run over the border, distorting the image. Now speaking to how to lay the film in the water. Here's what not to do. Plop. Laying the film in flat causes tons of air bubbles to be trapped underneath. After spraying the activator, these air bubbles come up. If you were to dip into this, those bubbles pop once the camo is on your item, leaving many large holes. Laying the film on the water is simple. As the instructions state, create a sling with the film holding opposite diagonal corners. Slowly release the film. That's all there is to it. The reason for this? By putting the middle of the film in first and slowly releasing, air is pushed out from under the film. No trapped air means no air bubbles. Now this clip is sped up to 10 times normal speed. You see, I wanted to do an experiment. How long does the film hold up? After about 1 minute is when you spray the activator. After watching for about 3 minutes, the film still held its shape, so I just walked away. I came back 10 minutes later and there was no change. Clearly the film is very durable as long as you take care of it. So if you haven't already bought my dip kit, do it. There's a link in the About the Video section below me, and there's an address bar floating above my head. It's real easy to get to their website. Also, join the Facebook community, see what thousands of folks have been doing, check out the galleries, check out what other people are doing, and sometimes they have special guests from time to time. I'm not going to tell you who, I just might say NASCAR. So, stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching.